Hi. This week I had a lot of headache, not lots of motivation, and yeah, I feel like I it feels like those two actually. Like the one is really artsy, and the other one is just you. And yeah, I feel like it's not that easy to realize which is which, who is who, and also like how is this gonna fit into this? Because this is definitely not gonna fit into this. I don't know if this makes sense for you guys, but for me, it feels like, yeah, it makes so much sense. Because what I mean is, you have to be yourself to be the artist you can be. And you also have to be the artist, if you are an artist, to be yourself. But there are periods or phases of time where you, maybe for 1 week you're not an artist, but then you also can really be yourself, even if you're not an artist this 1 week. And maybe this is even going to be the reason why you're even a better artist in the end. Because again, to be the artist you want to be, you have to be yourself. And so it doesn't make any sense to suffer through and put yourself through those periods of time where you can't create, where you lack of energy, of motivation, or where you just don't feel it maybe for 1 week or 2, or I don't know. And I feel like many people, and me as well, we have this pressure, this inner pressure to put ourselves through this and to push and to think that if we lose being an artist for 1 day, we just gave up. But I think that's not how it is. I think actually, and I have to tell this myself as well, but actually I think this is even gonna stop us to get where we want to get. Because when we stop ourselves to be ourselves, we also stop ourselves to be the artists. And yeah, I feel like the last week, that was really difficult to manage. It was really difficult to balance. Because also you can't just like lay down and be like, okay, I'm myself, and one day I'm gonna be, I don't know, at the point where I can say, okay, now I achieved my goal. Obviously not, you have to work all the time and work as much as you can and blah, 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 but as much as you can. So, yeah, it's a pretty tough topic, I feel like, and also too tough for those 10 minutes. But I feel like that is the topic for me this week, or was the topic the last week, and always is. It's always the topic. And yeah, I also think that it's pretty difficult sometimes to not connect your own worth, or to not explain your own worth with the things you're creating, because obviously this is a self-expression, and kind of sometimes it can feel like if you're unable to create, you feel like you have nothing to express, so you are nothing, so you don't have any worth, which feels pretty bad and is not true at all, but feels very true for a certain time. And then when I'm at this point where I think things like this and where I don't know what to do because I just sit there and I can't create, but I also can't enjoy the moment of just being myself without doing what I want to do, whatever. Then in this moment, and I just say what pops into my head right now, in this moment I feel like you have to be the best friend for yourself you can be at all. And that means to not be an artist, to not be your manager, to not be your boss. Not at this moment. At this moment you just have to be your friend, your best friend, the best friend you can have, who is seeing you as yourself and not as the creator or the artist or the worker or whatever, and who's just like, it's okay to not, it's okay to just be like this right now, how you feel, and to tell yourself that there is love anyway, even though you're not expressing anything at the moment, and just maybe even just consuming life, just being yourself. Because you're also a human being and just living your life, and you're not only an artist and not only anything. And I feel like that this kind of also came into my mind because I watched the Michael Jackson movie last week, I think, or the week before, I don't know. Recently, definitely. And I was thinking a lot about this biography, and I think it's pretty tough to be on your way to achieve your dreams and to live your dream life, dream career, and then realizing that it's kind of robbing you of yourself, because it's only allowing this one side of you which made it up here. And that's also where I thought, okay, maybe can you maybe change this? Like, can you maybe take yourself or grab your own hand, take your own hand and go together with yourself to this, like up to this point, so you don't have this problem in the end that you feel like split in two halves, and the one is you, the person who achieved this, and the other one is like yourself who just was left behind. And then I thought, okay, I don't know if there is a way like this, or if it's maybe not at all in your own hands, but if there is a way, I feel like the only way would probably be to try to always kind of be yourself as much as you can. Also the lazy side of yourself, also the uncreative side of yourself, and the non-working side of yourself, and to hug this version of you and not to be like, you're shit and you're not giving me anything because you're not working for the same thing as I do. Because maybe this side of you, which is a little bit lazier and which sometimes is just like unmotivated and just wants to have fun and just wants to live, maybe this side of you is the biggest point, like maybe this is the biggest changer of your life and of your career, and maybe this side of you is even going to be the reason why you will achieve the goals you have. And so there's probably something that we miss when we decide to leave this side of us behind and just be like this one word, because we also get to the point with the other one. So why would we then suddenly leave it behind one day? Because maybe that's the day where we kind of lose slowly. And so yeah, I think it's not easy, but I think it's worth to try. And I'm tired and I'm gonna sleep now, and then we see each other next week.